So we're here at Brad's shop, Doghouse Garage in Oxford, Alabama, and we're about to do an oil change on the Liqui Moly S2000. I'm actually going to show you guys what I'm going to be using. So I'm using an OEM Honda filter, and I'm going to be using Liqui Moly's 10w40. Oh my god. It already has MoS2 anti-friction in there, so you really don't have to add anything to this oil. But yeah, that's essentially what we're going to be using. So Brad is over here draining the oil and getting it ready to put some new oil in there.
Looks nasty.
It does look nasty. Is it good? Tastes like barbecue sauce. Tastes like Asian barbecue sauce. So teriyaki sauces.
I wonder if put that filter on.
Pretty strong.
Woo! Jesus.
Wasn't me.
Oh,
It's gonna use his handy dandy oil filter wrench. This is what it's gonna do, but it's gonna crush the oil filter, so you need to make sure that you are doing an oil change before you use something like this.
Ta-da!
Yay!
It's nice and tight up there. Here comes the oil.
The reason why we're using 10w40, this car normally calls for 5w40, but the reason why we're using 10w40 is this car is a higher mileage car. It's got over 200,000 miles on it, and well, the bearing clearances are a little bit looser than they were from the factory, so this oil is going to help a lot, and it's going to help with wear a lot as well. Just being a heavier weight when it's cold and a heavier weight when it is warmed up as well. So this is what we recommend for a higher mileage S2000. What you got over here, is that the new oil filter?
Yes.
So basically we put a little bit of oil on the seal before we actually put it on there. So
we're gonna clean that one off up here.
So we're gonna put the oil, a little bit of oil on the seal right here, just to help it seal up a little bit. Now Brad has the brand new oil filter on there. He's tightened it up. I can't even move it. So now we're gonna let this fully drain out, and then we're gonna use the entire bottle of this. So with Liqui Moly, we actually have 5.28 quarts in this bottle. We normally technically put 5.1 quarts in S2000s, but that's not gonna be too big of a difference. We'll pretty much put like 95% of this bottle in there. All right, now that it's basically just dripping, I'm gonna put the drain plug back in. And it's like 5.1 to 5.2 quarts of oil. So I'm gonna tighten this up and just basically dump the entire thing into the car, and then we should be good to go. So you basically just hand tighten it down. Not hand tight with your hand, but like with this. Ta-da! Ta-da! Brad's gonna let her down for me. And if you guys haven't seen, that's the intake that Off the Line Performance made for me. It looks so good. That's the full titanium intake. What I like about Liqui Moly's oil bottles is you literally can pull it up and twist and just pour. Well, you're gonna break this seal first, and if you look in there, there's little like I guess little ridges right there that prevents you from just spewing out. Like it kind of pours really slowly. That way you don't have to worry too much about even using a funnel, but in this case using a funnel is probably a lot easier than not using a funnel. Yeah. So we just pour this in here.
Looks like liquid steel. All the moly.
All the goodness.
It's weird looking. It really looks like assembly lube.
Hey, don't talk about assembly lube like that.
It does look like assembly lube.
Cool. And now we just literally put the oil cap back on. Check the oil. Well, once we warm it up a little bit, check the oil, and then we should be good to go. Dispose of properly. So yeah, let's put the oil cap back on. Okay, so I gotta get all that grease off. Okay, now we crank it up, let it warm up, and we are ready to go. Now I know that was just a basic oil change, but I wanted to showcase you guys like what we did to this car, what oil we used, why we used the oil, etc. And while we're here and had the lift, might as well just change the oil. It's been a while. So the car's been running amazing with this oil in it. MoS2 does great, does wonders. 10w40 does this engine really well as well. I think so, just because I've driven it pretty hard the last few months I've had it, and I really enjoy just driving this car and just making content with it and just literally getting out there with it. But thank you so much for watching the video. Thanks so much to Brad for letting us use his shop and his lift to do an oil change, even though I could have done it on the ground, but so much easier, so much quicker to do it on a lift. What the heck is on your head? Branded content, guys. Branded content. All right, but that's it for us. We'll see you guys next time. Bye, Brad.
Bye.